Um, the governor recently vetoed reproductive health insurance parity, requiring insurers in New Hampshire provide maternity benefits if they provide maternity benefits, that they also provide abortion services. What would you do as an executive counselor to support women's access to health care of their choosing?
Oh, this is a great question. I'm pro-choice. The governor's pro-choice. There's no excuse for what he did on this. The difference here is that I actually have a relationship with his office. If he is the governor again, it's the kind of thing that I would hold him to account on. He really, I think he went out on a limb on vetoing this. It's not the New Hampshire way. This is one of the most pro-choice states in the nation. We do not have a threat to reproductive rights in the state. We haven't for some time. And, this is the kind of thing where you can bring in personal relationships and be diplomatic and get somebody to see the light. And I think the governor, this pro-choice governor, could see the light.
The governor showed his true colors once again. He is not a pro-choice governor. He demonstrated that clearly by vetoing this bill. He demonstrated that very clearly by his nomination of Gordon MacDonald to be the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court last summer. Our executive council defeated that nomination, but the governor has left that seat open so that he can renominate Gordon MacDonald, an anti-choice, who would be an anti-choice justice to our Supreme Court. This is a critical question that every candidate for this seat should have to answer. I have to disagree with Jay Surdukowski on this. I do not believe that we could talk to the governor and have him stand up and protect women's rights. He simply won't do it.
The Executive Council approves all judicial officers, and I'm wondering what criteria would you look for in a Supreme Court nominee? Please share with us if you would have supported Governor Sununu's nominee for Chief Justice, Gordon MacDonald, why or why not?
Thank you, Jay. So the criteria of our Constitution is to be as impartial as the lot of humanity allows. Gordon MacDonald is the Tom Brady of my profession. He had 2 lawyers for Planned Parenthood supporting him, Larry Vogelman and myself. He had the last 3 Chief Justices. He had Lou Feldstein. He had 18 Democratic and Republican Bar Association presidents. He had Kate Hanna, Governor Lynch's legal counsel. He is a hero in my profession. And, there's a book called Profiles in Courage, and it's not called Profiles in Partisanship. And I think that Gordon has been very badly miscast. And if you ask any lawyer who actually tries cases, who actually is in the courtroom, 4.5-hour hearing, none of my opponents were there, and you had every judge, every lawyer, except one, who was a woman who didn't really do very well at her law firm and was sort of a failed associate and wasn't a real lawyer. And she's the only one who testified against him. So, Gordon did not have any evidence against him, no documents, no articles. Donald Trump is nominating people left and right who have great histories of writing that they're against abortion rights. Guess what? Gordon MacDonald affirmed 3 times that Roe v. Wade is the law of the land. It's an issue of trust, and people in my profession, those who actually practice law, those who actually practice trust Gordon. Those who don't actually practice do not. And I leave it to the voters to decide. Thank you, Senator Jay.
The idea that Gordon MacDonald is not partisan is laughable. Gordon MacDonald is anti-choice, and Jay is wrong that there is no threat to reproductive rights in this state. We are on the verge of seeing a United States Supreme Court that will overturn Roe v. Wade. This issue is going to be squarely before our Supreme Court, and to have Gordon MacDonald on that court would be the demise of reproductive rights in New Hampshire. Make no mistake about it. Beyond that, Gordon MacDonald is anti-voting rights. My fundamental criteria for any judge is they have to uphold our fundamental rights. Gordon MacDonald has pursued voter suppression legislation over and over again. Just this weekend, We saw when the Republican Party sent out a mailer erroneously addressed. An investigation was called for. Within 48 hours, Gordon MacDonald had cleared the New Hampshire Republican State Committee. He didn't even do an investigation. He is the ultimate partisan, and anyone who would vote for Gordon MacDonald should not be your candidate for executive council.